Hello. In this video, we're going to go over the most complicated way to solve for square root equations. This will involve a lot going back and forth things, so we're just going to go slowly. It'll make a lot of sense, and this is how you're going to approach these every single time. Let me grab a calculator, and let's get off and go. So, first things first, as we've recalled from the other videos, I need one of the square roots to be completely on its own. Right now, what you can see is that that is not the case. Both square roots are on the same side. I need to move one of my square roots from one side to the other. So I'm going to, let's do this a little cleaner. I'm going to add square root of 10 minus b to the left side and cancel it on the right side. As I rewrite this, we notice that I now have a square root by itself. So in this situation, we're going to square both sides. And as you can tell, what happens on the left is we're going to have a FOIL. I'm going to write this out twice because that's what it means to be squared, multiplied to itself. And then this will just cancel the square root. Now, let's slowly FOIL the left side. We see we have 4 plus 2 square root 10 minus b plus 2 square root 10 minus b. And then we know that square root 10 minus b times square root 10 minus b is just 10 minus b. So that it would be the next line. Well, what we can see here is we have another square root. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to combine like terms and get that square root by itself, just kind of like what we've been doing already, just again. So in this situation, in this type of question, we have to do it twice. So here we go. We're going to combine like terms. We see that the 4 and the 10 will combine. Let's do an underline so it's not messy. Underline. And we see that 2 of those, 2 square root 10 minus 8 plus 2 square root 10 minus 8 will be 4 square root 10 minus b, sorry, 8. b, 2 square root 10 minus b plus 2 square root 10 minus b is 4 square root 10 minus b. 10 plus 4 is 14 minus b equals 3b minus 2. Now I just need to get this guy completely by itself and we can continue. I'm going to subtract my 14 and add my b. Make sure you put them in the correct spots. We're going to rewrite our cleaned up step at this point. 10 minus b is equal to 4b minus 16. We will then get this square root all by itself by dividing by 4 to everything. Let's push this guy up. 4 to everything. We have now square root of 10 minus b is equal to b minus 4. And all we're going to do now is just like we did when we got the square root by itself from those beginning videos that we've done, or at the beginning of this one, we square root both sides. This will cancel my square root on the left side. This will force me to FOIL on the right side, and we continue. 10 minus b is equal to b squared minus 4b minus 4b plus 16. Combine like terms, right? So we have 0 is equal to b squared. Negative 8b plus b is minus 7b. And we have 16 minus 10, which is 6. We're going to make this a little smaller just so it's neater. Now, as we recall, we're going to have to X method this from our previous video. We recall A is 1, B is negative 7, C is positive 6. A times C is positive 6. B is negative 7. All over B, all over B. We need the factors that are going to add because the plus is on top. We take 6. We take the first factor is 6 and 1, and that will add. So we put 6 and 1. Those add to 7, but it's a negative 7, so make sure we have negative numbers for both of those. Negative 1 times negative 6 is positive 6. Negative 1 minus negative 6, or negative 1 minus 6 is negative 7. Then we rewrite by denominator keep sign numerator Denominator, keep sign, numerator. Plug it back into where we were. Separate them both, set them equal to 0. Solve by inverse operating, getting b by itself. We get b is equal to 1 and 6. Now we have to double check these both work. We have to plug in 1 and 6 to make sure that we don't have an extraneous solution, which means a negative inside of a square root. We plug in 1, and I see 3 times 1 minus 2 is a positive number. And 10 minus 1 is also a positive number. So both of these square roots are okay. And then with 6, we do 3 times 6 minus 2 is also going to be a positive number. And 10 minus 6 is also a positive number. So we are okay. Both of these solutions will work. They are not extraneous, and we have solved the equation. So as you can see, these can get kind of rough because we have to square twice. We have to get the square root by itself twice. It's not the easiest thing, but it's not the most difficult thing because we can go through this with the methods that we have become comfortable with. And we just keep on going until we cannot any further. Now, I know these are tough, so there's another one you'd like me to cover, please just send me an email. I'm always happy to. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great day.